Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather. Thanks as always for tuning in with us as we are continuing to track out storms as they push into the state. I'm live here with our meteorologist, Caleb Edelblut. You'll hear from him in just a few minutes, but I want to track out everything that's ongoing right now. Now, our next live broadcast is at 10, but we wanted to go ahead and hop on and tell you guys the latest because a few things have changed since you last saw us. So first, I want to start out with our current alerts throughout our area, all of northwest Mississippi included in a severe thunderstorm watch. You can see that extends all the way through Yalobusha County, over into places like Calhoun County, Lafayette County, as well over into places like Clarksdale. So that area in that severe thunderstorm watch. Here's what's changed since you saw us at 6. Now a tornado watch issued for the southern half of our area, or I should say the south and western half of our area. So a lot of the Delta included in this, Grenada County, Atala County included in this as well, the city of Greenville, Cleveland, Greenwood, Kosciuszko, all included in this. And you can kind of see where that cuts off all the way down the really western half of the state. So this is included for folks down in Jackson as well. So that's all of our current alerts that are going on. Again, watches issued at least for the western half of our region. So places like Lee County into the Golden Triangle region, not seeing this issued just yet, not saying they won't see a watch issued, but right now these are the watches that we're currently looking at. Again, a tornado watch a little bit further south, and then that severe thunderstorm watch a little bit further north. Let's talk about where the storms currently are. Take a look at your satellite and radar as of 8:14 this evening. You can see this line, this heavy line of showers and storms ongoing right now, stretching from the Missouri Boot Hill into Memphis, northwest Mississippi, dealing with this all the way down into northern portions of Louisiana. So that's an overall picture. I want to do a little bit of tracking out here with you before we get into where these are going on our Futurecast, kind of walk you through the rest of the night. Here's a look more in depth, this more high resolution as we look at our radar site. This is looking at the Millington radar site, the Memphis radar site as we call it, looking at these showers and storms right now, again, reaching from really along 55 and west of that. So seeing that in places like Tate County, DeSoto County, Panola County, all the way down to Grenada County, and west of that is where we're currently tracking these showers and storms. Now, here's the good news I have for you guys. Currently, we have not seen any severe thunderstorm watch, or not watches, but warnings. So no warnings issued for us here yet. We've seen a few special weather statements really close to us in places like eastern Arkansas, but again, not seeing any warnings for us as of late. If there were, of course, we would let you know. I did want to show you back into Louisiana over the past hour. We did see yet another warning. Let me go ahead and turn this on. We saw a tornado warning issued in Louisiana. So not for us, not even for the state of Mississippi, but way back off into places closer, again, to that Mississippi line down near Jackson. They saw not only a tornado warning, but a confirmed tornado warning. So that just goes to show you that there are places within our region where the atmosphere is primed and we could still see that quick spin up. So we're still watching it. Again, that's pretty far from us, but I just wanted to make that of note out here to you. Here, closer back to home, again, we're just dealing with a lot of lightning. Take a look at those total strikes, 719. Now it went down to 15. I'm here in Tate County, so I'm right along right here. And let me tell you, even though things aren't severe right now, reaching severe limits, it is loud. Okay, I was listening to this storm start to roll in and kind of come through the county, and as it did, I was worried that my baby was going to wake up. Y'all, she's been asleep for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. It was that loud. So just so you know, even if these storms roll in and they're not severe, you could still easily be woken up. They're very loud, lots of lightning and thunder as they do make their way through. So I want to do a little bit of tracking out here with you before we go into the latest hour by hour forecast. Again, now watching storms from Hernando all the way down to Greenwood is where we're looking at these right now, and over in the Delta. Main threats we're watching as of now, nothing at severe limits, not looking looking at any spin with any of these right now either. So main threats we're watching, obviously the lightning, lots of thunder and lightning. You don't want to be outside as these come through. And then also just making sure I don't miss anything from the National Weather Service chat. They're just talking about clearing counties as these storms do roll through from those watches. So here's what you need to know. That caught me off guard a little bit. Lightning, obviously a precaution. You don't want to be outside as these come in. It's going to be loud, heavy rainfall. You don't want to be driving as these come through, and also the wind potential. So even though if these haven't made it to you yet, still make sure you have maybe those outdoor pillows, items, door hangers. I took our door hanger off the door. Bring them inside if you don't want to be picking them up out of your yard later tomorrow. So let me do a track on this before we get into the latest timing. I want to give you just an overall track of just this entire line. Now these storms have been moving pretty fast out there for you. I'm going to edit this a little bit. I know there's a whole lot of names out there. I'm going to make this a little bit less before I start reading that off. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Let's talk about this. Okay, so I'm tracking this entire line. I'm not tracking an individual part of the storm or anything like that, just this entire line as it makes its way through. Here's where you can expect it next. Okay, entering places like Grenada. And excuse me, I'm going to have to look down. My eyesight, I don't think it's that bad, but I need to look down and see this. So my eyes are going to be a little bit down here, but you can see it on your screen. And if you're in these places or know anybody, take a picture, let them know when they'll be seeing this. But Grenada around 8:21 p.m. That's really the next few minutes. Baden, 8:32 p.m. Duck Hill, 8:33. Winona, 8:34. Water Valley, 8:34. As well as Holly Springs, 8:36 p.m. Oxford well into the central portions of Lafayette County, 8:41 p.m. Kilmichael, 8:46 p.m. Potts Camp, 8:50. Over into Bruce, 8:54 p.m. So we're getting into that 9 o'clock hour. Calhoun City, 8:57 p.m. Hickory Flat, right around 9. Myrtle, 9:06. Vardaman, 9:07. So going into that 9 o'clock hour, again, more in the central portion of our viewing area. Thaxton, 9:08 p.m. Blue Mountain, 9:09 p.m. Eupora, 8:10. I keep saying 8, y'all. 9:10. Ripley, 9:14. Ackerman, 9:16. And New Albany, 9:17. So that's an overall track of the leading edge of these showers and storms as they make their way further into northeast Mississippi. Again, I'm not tracking anything severe as of right now, but some pretty hefty storms out there nonetheless, even if they haven't reached severe limits. So that's currently what we're going in. No ongoing warnings out right now, just watches in our area. Let's talk about your latest Futurecast as we get closer to time. We're going to continue to watch these pour in as we're into midnight. I think these are well into our area and going into 2 a.m., seeing that leading edge mainly outside of northeast Mississippi. So here's the good news I have. After you see this leading edge come through, your severe potential goes down significantly down. You're going to be pulled out of those watches. We're mainly watching that leading edge as it comes through for the wind potential and then also for that quick spin up tornado. So after that comes through, I think by 2 a.m., most of us done over with by that. This cold front is going to be sweeping through as well. By the time most of us are waking up out there on your Sunday, maybe some leftover moisture, but for the most part, ongoing dry conditions and also much cooler. So what are our threats? We've been talking about this over and over again. Our threats still remain the same. Very low confidence for tornadoes, but a few quick spin ups cannot be ruled out, especially in the southern half of our viewing area. Talking about Grenada and south of that, like Golden Triangle region, Attala County, places of that nature. Can't rule out a quick spin up tornado for those as this system comes through. But main thing we're watching is the wind potential. Okay, some strong winds are going to be making their way through as this comes in. So that's the main threat we're going to be watching for the potential of these storms to reach severe limits. Main threat is going to be that wind. Again, low, very low hail threat. And then also potential for some flash flooding. I don't think we're going to be dealing with much of this either, but I do have it as medium confidence because it's going to be a lot of heavy rainfall later at night. So I don't want you necessarily driving in it. It's going to be making it hard for visibility purposes. And also just make sure to avoid those roadways that you know are easily flooded. Now, meteorologist Caleb Edelblut here to talk about any ongoing conditions that have been affected so far. Are you seeing anything out there, Caleb?
Well, right now we're not really seeing many power outages across our viewing area. You can see some light blues in the North Mississippi, but when we say light blue, we're seeing customers out around 29 when they're tracking around 26,000 customers out there. So it even gives you a percent, 0.11% of people out there in Lafayette County. Even here in Coahoma County, around 11 customers out of 5,000. So we're not seeing anything substantial, which is really good. But if we take a look down here more south into central Mississippi, getting closer towards the Jackson area, Warren County has around 284 customers out. Still not substantial, around 1.32%, but definitely more than we're seeing here in North Mississippi, especially out here in Claiborne County, around 156 people out as well as compared to the 5,000. So we can even look on the outage map. These green lines show that the flow, the energy is going well out there in their respective counties. But when you see these red lines as well, that means that those customers are out. So we can start seeing some of those numbers starting to pop up. This is pretty much just south of Vicksburg where we're seeing the most power outages out here in Mississippi. So not in our area, but definitely want to talk about it, especially since these storms are making their way through Mississippi, eventually making their way towards our viewing area as well. But thankfully, it's not a very widespread power outage either. But I want to talk about the day planner as well. Let me switch it over here. Talking about this power outage on this graphic, not really popping up many or populating because we don't really have that many going on right now, which is a good thing here in North Mississippi. We want to keep it that way, but definitely something I'm going to continue tracking out here as we continue into the overnight hours. But let's take a look at your day planner as we continue into the rest of the evening overnight. We're still, by the time we make it towards tomorrow, we are seeing a substantial difference than what we saw today, pretty much starting off around 63 degrees, and we are going to stick in the 60s, maybe try to push into the low 70s, and if so, you might get that 0 behind it, and that's as high as you go. It's going to feel amazing outdoors, especially lunchtime, afternoon, into the evening as well. It will feel amazing. We just got to get through these batch of storms first. That will cool us off, not only for your Sunday as we wrap up our weekend, but we're going to stay around there for the rest of the work week as well. So definitely going to continue tracking out these storms because that is what's responsible for these cooler temperatures. We just got to get through them first. And we're going to continue doing cut-ins for everything y'all need to know as we continue into our evening overnight. But before we go, let me make sure we don't have any questions in the chat. I know our meteorologist, Maggie McCauley, already looking, scrolling through. Everyone seems to be watching, definitely tuning in, which is good. Perfect. All right, but yeah, if y'all have any questions, please send a chat. Let us know if there's any questions going on in your area, power outages, let us know. Y'all are our eyes and ears out there. Of course, please stay inside. We don't want y'all going out and about while we're dealing with this weather. So we appreciate all the support y'all have given us, and we're going to make sure to keep y'all informed as we continue overnight. But we will have another broadcast at 10 o'clock to give you the very latest. And of course, we could have some cut-ins before then as well. Thankfully, we really haven't had any storms warned at this moment. So praying that we can keep it that way. But if we do, we will definitely be back sending y'all out an alert for all of those out there to keep y'all informed. So until then, let's hope that we see y'all at 10 o'clock for our next broadcast time. If not, and we start seeing some activity, we will be back. So y'all go out, enjoy the rest of y'all's evening, stay safe indoors, and we'll see y'all back here in the Room to Room Weather Center at 10.